Good morning, Mr. Amit.
Hi, good morning, Mr. Ramesh.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Speaking from Karwa, Karnataka.
Oh, nice. I'm from Delhi.
You're from Delhi.
Yeah, yeah,
Great. And yes, I thought say hi instead of waiting for someone else and sitting silent. Why not know each other?
yeah. Yeah. You're right. You're right.
Very good, sir. So, which sector do you belong to?
I'm into the defense sector. I'm a government employee.
Acha.
Yeah, yeah. How about you?
Myself working for a private firm called AECOM.
Okay.
AECOM Karwar.
All right. Yeah, Karwar. I visited once. Actually, when I was serving with a stint with Navy, that time we just happened to travel to Karwar.
Oh,
I believe it is coming up well once this new ship of Navy which has shifted there.
yeah, it is coming up well. It is almost the project is yet to be over.
Okay,
The project yet to be
great.
over, and then most of this technical part, marine part is over. Now the residential buildings are under construction.
All right. And do you have anything to do with Navy also?
One second, one second, sir, one second.
All right.
Oh, this supervisor starts. Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. You have anything to do with Navy also?
No, I'm not nothing to do with the Navy, but the project comes under Navy.
Okay.
This is a
All
project
right.
Seabird, which is taken care by Navy, and then we are from AECOM who are consultants.
Okay. Okay.
And
Great.
in general, we take care of contractors like ITDC and the bigger clients like L&T and all.
Mm-hmm.
So we
Right.
take care of all those works.
Okay. Okay.
Ultimately, we are responsible for the project. It's a very huge one, as you know.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, good evening.
Very good evening, ma'am.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning to us and good evening for you.
So I'm
Seems
still
to be
in
at the PST side.
the sun is setting for me while the sun is rising for you all.
Right. Right.
Yes,
Right.
yet to rise, yet to rise.
Yet to rise. Wow. So lucky to be up before the sun rises.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been watching last 2 days. People are gathering at 5:30. I thought, why not give it a try today?
Yeah. That
Yeah,
is why I
bravo,
logged in a
bravo.
little early.
Hmm.
Same way. Now, anything productive we can do, sir, because I'm not from the IT background wherein I will not be able to do this WS and all, since I am purely from the engineering background. And then my works are also concerning to this construction part and technical part of the engineering.
All right. Right.
So any IT techies which are there, they can help us out with any of the slides which they have.
The
People are
WBS is
joining.
for the other side itself, not for the IT side. IT side is predominantly agile, right? The WBS is for the predictive projects. That's what he explained to us, right?
Yes.
So Ramesh, if you're on the other side, that is on the manufacturing side, you should be having a WBS.
No, ma'am, I don't have that format with me because I don't get access to that as of now, since my director is
Okay,
taking care of that.
okay.
So I'm not totally in hand experience with that.
Okay.
That's all.
Hmm. But this is a pretty large group, so I'm sure.
Yeah,
And I can see we are all
one
very
or the other
active.
person should have it.
Somebody should be having. Hmm. First is that we should help each other to climb the first step. We should pass this test, this exam.
By any means.
Mm.
Kiran Murthy garu, good morning. Am I on mute now?
I'm just stepping out for a few minutes. Means if somebody calls out my name, I'm not there. I just wanted to let you. Shall we discuss some topic? I think we just have another 8 minutes or so. If somebody can explain the 3-point estimates, please. Somehow it did not register in my mind. I'm audible.
Yes, you're audible.
Somebody can quickly just explain 3-point estimates. Are you all also confused as me? Not confused. Not aware or something like that.
Hello.
Hey, Ujjwala.
Yeah. So, as far as I understand it, so 3 points estimation is there is one estimation which is for the optimistic scenarios, like
Mhm.
best case scenarios. Then the another estimation is for the pessimistic, like for the worst case scenarios. And then there are some medians. Okay. Then
Mhm.
the triangular distribution, that is TDD, is for that we have to sum up OMP, all the three, and divide by 3. That is for the when we don't have much historical data. And we
Hmm.
have when we have a sufficient historical data, that will be for the normal scenarios, which is median, that we taken 4 times. That estimation we take 4 times. And optimistic estimation we take 1 time, pessimistic 1 time. So that 4 plus 1 plus 1 is 6 times we take that consideration and we divide by 6. So that is called as, what is that called? I write it as
Beta,
TDD,
beta,
beta distribution, correct.
beta
So
distribution.
when we have a good amount of historical data for the similar
And
projects.
sorry, triangular distribution is TD, right?
Right,
TD.
right. So
Okay.
that is when we have less historical data, and we take that as once only, each estimate at once and divided by 3.
Okay. So the median, we will multiply it by 4, and pessimistic and optimistic will be divided by 3. So, okay. So in the optimistic scenarios, so all these are kind of data points, right?
Correct, yeah. So he has taken up the example for the commute times to the office.
Commute times,
So
right?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
if you remember. So he take like on the way, in the best case, there is we required 1 hour. Then for the worst case, it requires 2.5 hours. And for the
Yes.
normal, it requires some 1.5 to 2 hours. So if that is like only 1 week's data, we can call it as a triangular distribution. And for that, we just take that only once, and we'll divide it by 3. But we have like 6 months data, that is enough data. And we got that like kind of bell curve of a situation, that okay, for the maximum time, we need 1.5 hour uh, um, uh, of
When we
commute,
have much data, we can go
much
with beta
data.
distribution, right?
Correct.
Beta
Yeah.
distribution.
Yeah. And that time
Okay.
we multiply that normal scenario 4 times, and optimistic, pessimistic only one. And that like 6 times, 6 entities we get. So we divided by 6, and it is called as beta distribution.
Great. Excellent. Very good. I got it. I'm just kind of trying to relate it to application to some scenario on within our workplaces where we have suppose if we have to do some baselining for any kind of mm, you know, for any processes or for any kind of work, and we want to achieve keep a baseline for the target. Then when if we do not have enough historical scenario, then we can go with triangular distribution. And if we have
Correct.
lot of historical data points, we can go with beta distribution. And
Yes.
I am just thinking the 6 right over there, it could be that 6 standard deviations. Is it that 6 standard deviations or something? Just my mind is crossing like that. But he did explain to us, right? Because 4 into m, that 4 plus 1 of optimistic, 1 of pessimistic. That's how we arrived at 6. Is he said?
Correct. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just thinking about how we can apply it in our work scenarios. Okay, great. Thanks, Ujjwala. Thank you so very much.
Yeah.
Somehow I did not pay attention when he was explaining this. I just got involved into something else and missed this. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Hi,
And he
what topic was this?
This was the 3-point estimate. And he did mention that this estimating or estimate, 3-point estimate or 3-point estimating.
Estimation.
Okay.
Estimation. And he did
Estimate.
mention it was, it's important, right?
Yeah. Yesterday somebody mentioned that this is important. Yesterday, before our session, somebody mentioned.
Yes. But good. Thank you so very much, Ujjwala. You really, I'm now able to kind
Does
of.
someone remember what is PERT? PERT?
Right.
Vishak
It's
mentioned somewhere.
Program Evolution Review Technique.
Can you say it again, please?
It's a program progress evaluation review technique.
Is it
is
it's
program.
progress or
It is
program?
It is program.
Program. Sorry.
Program.
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 Evaluation.
Evaluation, right?
Yes, evaluation review technique. Please turn on your videos, guys.
So big echo.
One minute. Someone's microphone was echoing, so I muted all of you guys. You can unmute now
Good morning, sir.
if you're talking something.
Yeah, good morning, Vishak.
Good morning.
Good morning, all of you.
Vishak, your video froze.
Good morning, Vishak. Your video is frozen. Yes.
There we go.
No, your
Still
background is
frozen.
missing.
You are still frozen, I think, right?
Yes.
Either he's frozen or he's playing with it.
Yeah. Is it ready? Is it fine now? Yeah. Go ahead. So tell me, where did we stop, guys, previously?
Sir, your
think we
video
finished.
is frozen.
Where did we stop previously? If my audio is working perfectly, just let's
Your
start.
audio is echoing.
187 contract types.
Contract types, yeah. Give me 5 minutes. It will get stable. Someone's microphone is echoing it whenever we talk.
It was yours, I think.
Right? Or no?
It's better now.
Better.
Okay, all of you guys, please turn on your videos quickly. Let's start. Good. Okay, so let's start. Okay, this is what we finished previous day, correct? 3 types of contract. We are done. Fixed price, cost reimbursable, time and material. Okay, so please understand the difference, guys. I know all of you guys, yesterday when I had a discussion, I realized many of you guys are very, very experienced in procurement. Good to have you guys in the cohort so that whenever you guys join early, we can have a good discussion. Okay, fantastic. But anyway, getting into this topic, this fixed price, cost reimbursable, time and material. Okay, so this fixed price is used when, please understand, whenever there is a scope is very well defined. That's when fixed price works very well. And then what about this cost reimbursable? Cost reimbursable is when the project parameters are uncertain. Okay, see, did you notice the extremities? In this case, you are very certain about the project parameters. Client is very certain about project parameters. Here, the client is uncertain of the project parameters. Okay, now what is a time and material? In time and material, we fix the unit price. Did you discuss time and material also? You finished that also?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So I think it is Ankita or Preeti. One of you guys, it is microphone is echoing when you unmute. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. So time and material means we fix on the unit price, whether it is hourly rate for a business analyst, for a project consultant, for a designer, whatever it is, we finalize on the rate. Okay, and then based on that, we it may be 10 hours of work, we don't know. Maybe it is 20 hours of work, but how much we pay him based on the hourly rate. Okay. Ankita, you need to check your microphone. It is echoing back. Okay, shall we move further, guys?
All I can hear is your voice giving that sound whenever you speak.
No, that is because it is coming from you. You go on mute. It will surely resolve. Now is it perfect, guys? Just tell her. Correct.
Yeah, it's fine now.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
So yeah. So that is what, Ankita. You have to log in again. Okay. Now, did we discuss about economic price adjustment yesterday? I just want to check. Fixed price.
Yeah, you just mentioned at the end of the class.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. There is no other special thing. Okay, what is this fixed price with economic price adjustment? Every time we don't have to go with a fixed price. Okay, what we can do, we can go with something called as economic price adjustment. That means based on the currency, based on the raw material cost, the contract is fixed. But the amount which we pay to the client can vary because we are showing some little bit respect to the external parameters. Does that make sense, everyone? So how it works, if there is initially a contract of $1,000, instead of going ahead with $1,000, we create a function and do it. Okay, let's say $700 plus gold times quantity of gold. This is what I told you yesterday, correct? Did I write that? No, this we didn't write yesterday.
No, it was not told yesterday.
No, we didn't.
No problem. No problem. Okay. So I'll tell you what is happening here. Just see. Initially, we had a contract for $1,000. Okay. But rather than rigidly going with a $1,000 contract, what are we doing? Okay. You have to tell me, okay, $700 plus price of something times quantity of something. Who can guess what is that something I'm referring to? Look at this two characters and you have to tell.
Gold.
Exactly. Okay. So just for an example, I told you, imagine we are using gold as a raw material. Then what happens? Rather than using an absolute fixed number, we can consider it as a function. P of gold. That means price of gold. How is this decided? Is it decided by the seller or by the buyer? No, it is decided by the international market standards. So price of gold times the quantity of gold. That's it. Any questions, anyone? So like that, we can use for currency also. Okay. Every time we don't have to deal with a single number. Okay. We can put the currency's FX rate. Okay. So that the supplier don't have to take the burden of it. Are you getting what I'm trying to tell by fixed price with economic price adjustment? Okay. That is what I wanted to tell. Now, does that make sense, everyone? Can I move further?
Sir, what is AU?
Gold. That's what I was telling. Okay. I was guessing how many of you guys know. Okay. In school days, we have studied, no? AU means gold.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah. What about silver?
AG, Argentum.
What about tin?
Then
SN. Is it
PB
SN?
was lag.
Tin
SN,
is
yeah.
SN. Okay. Very good. Okay. At least some of you guys remember
Periodic
that.
table
Okay.
started.
Yeah. Great. Periodic table started. Exactly. Yeah. Good, guys. Let's move further. Okay. See, I told about my background. I'm not sure if I told. I was into calculus and organic chemistry before getting into this. Okay. I was passionate about teaching. So I was having an institute in Bangalore where before the COVID, okay, we had almost 250, 300 students in a year. But because of COVID, we have to shut it down. And then, fortunately, I came to PMT. Okay. So That's what I would
What
say.
happens for a reason.
What happens?
What happens always happens for a reason.
Exactly, for a reason. Yeah, great. Yeah. Okay, so let's start. Now
One
I'm
question,
in.
Vishak.
Yeah, go ahead. Ask.
That resources, that raw material there you said gold, but in other projects, like say in IT projects, what will be the
No,
thing
that you have
parameter
to
there?
think. See, Rupesh, I always tell this. No, that you have to think. See, why I put gold is not that, okay, it is used in some company or something. To convey the feeling that any material which is fluctuating, that price you can put there. That you think, in your industry, what it is. Gold is not specifically used in any industry. Just to convey that economic price adjustment, I did that. That's it. It can be raw material,
Okay.
I told. It can be currency also. Imagine you are collaborating with a vendor, okay, Rupesh, who is from a country whose currency varies very often, okay, not a stable
Okay.
currency. So we don't want the supplier to worry too much. Okay, so we'll create a function
Okay.
so that whenever that supplier's country currency is this much, he can plug in. That's it. You think in that direction. Okay.
Okay, because in IT projects we have only resource people working, right? There is no raw material.
That's what I'm telling. That's what I'm
Yeah,
telling.
okay.
Get out of that raw material. Okay. See, think broader. Whenever I tell the example, no, this is my tip. Okay. See, don't think that,
Okay.
oh, Vishak, you provided a manufacturing example, construction example. Okay, whatever. Okay. Where you have a variable, you plug in that variable. Okay.
Okay, that variable part. Okay.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So let's move further, my dear friends. Okay. The next is closing. I'm in slide number 194. Okay. I hope some of the front benchers in every batch, they are noticing the slide numbers. Okay. You can always find the slide numbers here. Okay, guys, please do have a look here. Here you can find. Okay. Now, moving to the next topic, closing procurements. Okay. So first thing I want to tell, this procurement journey can be started anytime during a project, not necessarily in the beginning. Can you see here? This red color thing shows the start of a project and the finish of a project. Okay. Now, in the middle of the project, let's say the project started in 2023. Okay. This is going on till 2027. Okay. So now somewhere we are in the middle, right? 2025, April. Correct. And then let's say we thought that, okay, we should have a vendor at this time. Okay. When in April 2025, we thought that we should have a vendor. So my first thing to you people is, don't think that procurement is finalized in the beginning of the project. Procurement is finalized once you do a make or buy analysis. And based on that make or buy analysis, you came to a conclusion that buy is what makes sense. Like that, you reach a conclusion. Okay. Once you realize that buy is the solution, then what will you do? You will try to find out vendor by the bidding process. You will try to look at their contract and finalize one contract, etc., etc. So in 2025 April, we decided to go with a vendor. And then what happens? This vendor's dealings continues till 2026 August. 2026 August. And then the contract is over. Contract is over. When do we say the contract is over? The deliverable is received. Can you see there are 3 rectangles I have drawn on the screen? The innermost rectangle shows that deliverable is received. The next rectangle shows that we are closing the contract. We are closing contract. Okay. And finally, the last one is we are closing the contract. Okay. See this blue one, no? Blue rectangle, the innermost rectangle. Okay, Vidya. It shows that the deliverable. See, imagine in this batch, okay, Kunal is our vendor. Okay. So he has delivered something. Okay. That is what is this blue color thing. And what is this green color thing telling? Okay. Thank you so much, Kunal. I'm settling your payment so that I can close the contract. Understood? That is what is a green color thing. And finally, red color thing means what? Project is getting over. So my request to all of you guys is you don't have to drag the contract till the project is getting over. Okay, we should close the contract as and when the deliverable is received and you have validated. It's a good practice to close the contract. You don't have to wait till the project gets over. Okay. Now, what is the reason? The contract are not kept open no longer. Okay. If it is not required, we close the contract. Why? To avoid any error payment or unintentional charges against the contract. Make sense, all of you? That is the purpose. Okay. All good? Got it, everyone. Please speak up. Any questions?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rupesh, Leena, Ramesh, anything?
No questions.
Good.
Nothing from my end.
So that's it about this closing procurements. Okay. It's an important ceremony. That's what I would say. Okay. Now, moving further, guys, I want your focus and please turn on your videos, guys. Please be in the video. Okay. I told you, no, this is a behavior also. There's a pattern also. If you come in the video, it will be good. Okay. We are project managers. Secondly, you guys are going to give a 230 minutes exam where you will be reviewed or monitored continuously. Okay. So please be in the video. Yes, go ahead. Amulya.
So Vishak, procurement, you're saying we can start at any point of the project and end it once we receive the deliverables, right? What about sourcing? I mean, when we compare sourcing, what will be the timeline? Will it be done before the project or at the beginning of the project?
Not needed. See, whenever we think that, see, first is we are in a journey. Project is like a life. We are in a journey. In the middle of the journey, we realize that we need something from outside. So sourcing is the beginning of procurement. So whenever you need only, you will think
Okay.
about sourcing. Simply, okay, we don't know, right, what all we need. Okay. So it's okay.
Right.
Okay. That's it.
Thank you.
See, in our company also, whenever there is a hiring need, that's when the recruiter will be looking for CVs, correct? It's not that simply they will have CVs, okay? So let's move further, guys. Next topic is project governance structure. Please focus on the video, focus on the slides, okay? Project governance structure. Now, this governance mechanism, see, we are only execution experts in the hands of senior management people or client. You know that, right? We are only project managers. To be very honest, guys, I don't want to give a very fashionable picture for a project manager. He is in the radar. He is always supposed to keep on updating to senior management people what is the progress in the project. That's it. For that only, we have this project governance. Okay. Now, what is this project governance? You know, big projects. Please listen to me. Big projects. What do they do? They divide the whole big project into smaller phases. It makes sense because if you do the whole project as a whole, then what will happen? Sometimes some team members have to be simply engaged in a project without understanding what is their role. For example, if I consider a whole big project like this, okay, if I have a designer, okay, the designer's role is somewhere only in the early stage. Who? Designer. But after that, his role is very less. So if you don't have the concept of phases, what will happen? We don't know when can we release the designer from our project. So it's always good to divide the project into phases. Okay, my dear friends, see here. Like this, it is there. Okay, it is good to divide the project into phases. Like this. Okay, so phase 1. Phase 2. Phase 3. Phase 4. Now, what does this mean, my dear friends? Phase 1, some person is associated and that person is exiting in this phase. Is no longer needed in phase 2. So like that, we will be able to plan our resources and we will be able to track the progress more effectively. Are you guys agreeing with me? That is the reason why the project is divided into phases. So every phase results in a deliverable. Can you see here? Every phase results in a deliverable. And sometimes, you know, this phases can be sequential or overlapping also. Like this also, it can be a possibility. No problem. Sometimes it may be after this, but sometimes we may do it in a overlapping manner. Okay, but in general, what is that, my dear friends? Output from one phase is an input for the next phase. Please keep that in mind. Okay, everyone. Now, if I refine this phase concept, okay, in companies, please don't get scared by the title escalation path. Oh my God, escalation means complaining, right? Like that some people have a feeling. In corporate world, no, the word escalation is very, very misused. But I will tell you, escalation means something which is happening at our level, we are finding it helpless. So what do? We take it to the next level, higher level. That's all escalation means. Okay, my dear friends, have a look at this slide title, escalation path. So here, what is happening? Please listen. Every phase, can you see here in this diagram below? Please listen. Every phase ends with a gate. We call this as gate reviews. This is common in a lot of companies. Come on, type in the chat, guys. How many of you guys in your company, you have got a gate review process? If yes, how many gates are there? How many gates are there in your organization? No one have this? Yes, see here. People are typing. So they have got 5 gates. Some people may say they have got 3 gates. Some people, they say they have got
Checkpoint,
7 gates.
sometimes it's called.
Yes, very correct, very correct. Okay, like he told, some companies, they call it as governance gate. Some companies call it as toll gate. Some companies call it as skill point or checkpoints. What is the purpose? I will tell you. Okay, see, we prepare WBS for the whole project. Hope all of you agree. Okay, let's say for a big project, we have got 1,000 deliverables or 1,000 activities. Okay, that 1,000 activities is there in our work breakdown structure. But what do? Conveniently, we divide the whole 1,000 activities in the project into phases. Okay, so the phase 1, which is there, okay, let's say we have got 150 deliverables. Okay, from here, from the 1,000 activities, 150 activities. Okay, and then the phase 2 will have another 250 activities. Okay, now the phase 3 will have another 100 activities. Phase 4 have got another 200 activities, and phase 5 got another 300 activities. What is that? The entire 1,000 is divided. Did you notice when you add this up, it comes to 1,000, no? 250, 350, 400, 500, 700, 1,000. Yes, exactly. When you add this up, it comes to 1,000. Okay. Now, every phase, when it ends, know what is happening, my dear friends? Just like when you go to some new apartment, just like when you go to shopping malls, okay, who is there at the gate? Security people will be there, right? They will ask you, what is the purpose? Whom do you want to visit? They want to check, are we carrying any explosives? Correct. Just like that, you know, in the gate review, who is standing to check our progress? Not the security people, but instead it is our senior management people, client. They are literally going to check our progress in the previous phase. Okay. And they are going to check what the hell you're going to do in the next phase. This is what happens in the gate review. So please listen, in the gate review, see if I draw this gate 2, okay, here, the red color thing which I drew, no, that is for the gate 2. See here. In the gate 2, what happens? The senior management people are going to check what was the progress of our project in phase 2. And what is our plan for the phase 3. Once they are impressed with our progress in the phase 2 and they are convinced with our plan for the phase 3, then only they will approve our gate 2. Is my language clear? I'll repeat again. Once they are impressed with our work in phase 2 and they are convinced with our plan for phase 3, then only they will allow us to go to the next phase. This is the purpose of gate reviews. Okay, the project manager and team members are there at one end and client or senior leadership is there at the other end of the gate review. They have to approve. Okay. And one more thing, do you remember one topic I told you? Funding limit reconciliation. Okay, so consider this is in dollar values just for your understanding. Okay, if the entire project budget is $1,000, that $1,000 will be divided into 150, 250, 100, 200, 300. Once you do well in your gate review, then only the next $100 will be released to you. This agreement is there. That is what we call as funding limit reconciliation. Do people remember? The
Yes,
sponsor
yes.
will get into an agreement with the project manager. He will not be paying the complete project budget in a single shot. Instead, he will be ready to pay only in packets like this. Okay, that's it. And one more thing I want to tell you, important, please listen. The important thing is many people are working in this Scrum background here. I know that, correct? A lot of people, okay, are working in this Scrum background here. But I just want to tell you, this is different from the Scrum or the sprint concept. I repeat, this is totally different from the Scrum process or the sprint process. I will tell you why. See here, in the Scrum process or the sprint process, what happens? We have got this sprint, okay? We have got the sprint like this, okay? But here and here, I will tell you the difference. In the sprint concept, please listen, very, very important. We have time boxing in place. In sprint, we have got time boxing in place. And whatever is the priority for this sprint, that should be decided in the beginning of the sprint, and that will be delivered at the end of the sprint. Whatever is designed at the beginning of the sprint, that will be delivered at the end of the sprint. Whatever is defined in the beginning of the sprint, that will be delivered at the end of the sprint, based on the capacity of the team. So here what happens, based on the capacity of the team, the goal will be decided and it will be delivered at the end of the sprint. Incremental delivery is the key here. Please understand, incremental delivery. But here in the below case, my dear friends, please look, in the below case, what happens? That phases are not time boxed, but the phases are decided based on the scope of the phase. I repeat, the phases are decided based on the scope of the phase. Okay, for example, for 150 activities, it may take 3 months. For 250 activities, it may take 5 months. And for this 100 activities, it may take 1 month. So not 1 month, 2 months. And then again, for the 200 activities, it may take 4 months. Again, for this 300 activities, it may take 6 months. But the final project deliverable comes only at the end. My dear friends, please listen. The final project deliverable comes only at the end of the gate 5 in this example. No incremental delivery. No incremental delivery. And there is no time boxing here. No time boxing. Okay, no time boxing, no incremental delivery. Okay. So are you clear, guys? Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
So basically, let's say in phase 2, the project was not ready. It was half baked, or maybe the quality was not good enough. So, for example, is it called a quality gate where the prototype was not good, and then we need to revisit the phase, or what happens? For example,
Exactly. So that's a good question. Just like security staff at the gate of the apartment, what is the role served by the senior leadership team or client here? If they feel that, let's say, okay, imagine, okay, we are in the gate 2. Okay, if they feel that you haven't shown complete justice to the 250 deliverables, okay, let's say out of 250, you could complete only 240. Now the 10, they will review. And if it is something which can be managed along with phase 3, they will allow you to go to phase 3 with a conditional approval. But if they feel that, conditional approval. But if they feel that, okay, no, you have to go back to the previous phase and then only we can allow you to the next phase, they will send us back to the previous phase. That is a second case. Third case, sometimes no project may get stopped forever in the middle of a gate. So for example, they feel that, oh my God, I think proceeding to the next phase not even makes sense. So let us better stop the project. There are a lot of projects which may get stopped in the middle so that we are saving some money from being stupidly invested. The $1,000 is fine. So far, I have spent $500, but I want to ensure that we are not spending the remaining. I don't want to invest in a wrong bucket. So let us stop this project forever. Let the senior management people may decide. Make sense, all of you?
so is that called kill point?
Kill point, exactly. Okay. That's why in general, we call it as gate review only. Okay.
So this we can consider part of the agile.
No, I won't recommend. No, I will tell you, don't consider it as part of Agile. Why? Because in Agile, this is the situation. See, situation number 1 and situation number 2. Please do have a look. In situation number 1, we have a goal defined only in the beginning of the sprint. Can you see here? The sprint goal is decided only in the beginning. We don't think too much. 3 week, let's say 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week. Any organization you go, the sprint duration doesn't exceed 4 weeks. That's it. So we don't have much visibility. But here, did you see here 3 month, 5 month, 2 month, like that? We are planning it all the way from beginning. We are going to plan how the project is going to exit after 4 long years, 5 long years, 10 long years. Some projects are 10-year projects. So that is the effect of calculating schedule, critical path, doing a risk assessment, everything. We do a lot of planning. We do a lot of documentation before making our hands dirty in the case number 2. But in the case number 1, we just think about what are we going to do in the sprint, on the sprint planning only, and we deliver it. So incremental delivery is possible here in the above case. But here the final deliverable comes as a big bang. You have to wait for the whole project to get over to enjoy the final project delivery. What is the purpose of the intermediate checkpoints? Just to get a feel, are we in the right direction? Yes or no? It is not to get an incremental delivery here. Okay. Next.
So after the
But Vishak, like in every phases, every phases there are various activities, and so those activities can be done in the form of sprints, right? In each of the phase.
Every sprint, the activities are, what is that?
In every phase, there will be a number of activities, and those activities can be divided into some n number of sprints.
No, that's what I'm telling you. Don't mix these two concepts. See, above is sprint, more applicable in Agile.
Okay.
Below is phases, more applicable in predictive. In sprint, time boxing is there. Time boxing decides the scope. Please understand, Rupesh, everyone. Time boxing decides the scope. See how much time I have, that based on that I decide the scope in the case 1. Okay, everyone. In the case 2, my scope dictates the timeline. So phase 2 can be 3 months. Phase 3 can be 4 months. How it is decided? Based on the scope. Not like
So
this
my
time boxing in the case 1.
My question is not that. My question is like the activities in each of the phase can be done using the
We
various
can do. We
sprints,
can
right?
do. Okay, we can do. See, on day 1, do you remember one topic I skipped? That topic was phase gate review. Do you remember? That phase gate
Yeah.
review, sorry, not phase gate review, hybrid. Day 1. Day 1, I didn't tell about hybrid. So what you are telling, no, Rupesh, that is what is a hybrid mentality. Okay, let's not worry about it for the PMP, because PMP clearly distinguishes between traditional and agile. But in reality, we may have a hybrid approach where you have a mixture of both predictive and agile elements. That is what you have been telling.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
So after
Yeah.
the
Who next?
final project, after the final project deliverable, there would be a final gate review sort of a thing, right?
Yeah, final gate review is there. Okay, gate 5 is final. That everyone know. Like that. In that company, see, I'm not telling gate 5 is final. Don't note it down like that. If your company have got 7 gates, they know 7th gate is a final gate review. Like that. Okay. See, go in the hand raise order, guys. Amulya has raised hand. Okay, go ahead. Let's maintain
Vishal,
that.
can you explain the relation of funding limit reconciliation? Because I think of the step curve when you say funding
Exactly.
limit reconciliation.
Very
So
good. Very
in
good. You have to
relation
connect.
to that, yeah, can you just explain this?
Yes. Good that you are connecting it. Okay, see what happens. No, all of you guys, please look at the screen. Do people remember this cost baseline curve, right? It comes like this and it reaches a culmination. So this is for the whole project. Okay, and then the whole project budget ends here. So what happens? This gate 1, gate 2, I told, no, these are like small milestones in this. So that I can ensure that, oh my God, I need to stop right now. I should not spend. I should not allow the team to go to phase 2. I don't want to entertain additional spend. Like that and all, you can decide. See, along x-axis, what do we have, Amulya? We have timeline, time axis. And these all are gate reviews. Gate 1, this is gate 2, this is gate 3, this is gate 4.
Those are the step curves, yeah?
Yes, exactly. Now, what I'm telling is these dots in this XX, which I've put in the step curve, no, these are actually the gates. So that at any time, the management can tell, no, we cannot allow you beyond gate 2. so that they can kill our spending. See, what if it stops here? Overall, we have planned for $1,000, but they are stopping at somewhere around $450, so that sunk cost is minimized. They find a risk. They don't want to allow us to go to the next phase. That's it. Okay. Anything else with the other?
Okay, I just wanted to add something from my point of view, because we are using this kind of a gate
Great.
concept in our work.
Very good.
So,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So we have gates called business phase gate, concept phase gate, design phase gate, verification phase gate, pilot phase gate, and launch phase gate. And at the end, we have a lesson learning, the one more kind of a session. And during every phase gate review, the project manager, invites all the stakeholders, relevant stakeholders, and he explains like what we have done so far as per the checklist, because we have one file called checklist, which tells that after every phase gate, what are all deliverables to be met, and against that, he says that we have done this much, and then what we're going to do during the next phase gate. And we have something called sign off process. So
Exactly.
yeah, if and only all the stakeholders sign off, then only we will move to the next phase gate.
Yes.
So are the gates same as milestones? No,
Gates
right?
are milestones.
Milestone, yeah.
Exactly.
You're right.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But my language will be not all milestones are gates, but gates are definitely milestones. We can have intermediate milestone also somewhere here. Design
Right.
review, a design finalization. Like that we can have, but all gate reviews are milestones.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Next, Ganesh.
In traditional projects, if we consider phases as scope and gates as milestone, just in case my project is progressing and at the phase 3, just for example, I encounter a change management from the client. So already I have passed 2 gates. I completed phase 1 and phase 2. So it depends on the requirement. I can go. I do not about the change. What kind? If the change is so big, I have to start from phase 2 itself. Otherwise, I can make changes in this phase 3 and move ahead. Now, this change management. What is it? This change management and the escalation significance. Do we have any importance to that here?
Yes, very good question. Okay, see, the gate review, the purpose is to check. Okay, please understand his question. I'm not sure everyone got it. Gate review is to check whether everything which we planned, okay, Ganesh, it is going properly or not.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what is the purpose of change review? That we'll discuss. Okay. Now we are towards the end of lesson 1. Okay. Tomorrow we'll discuss about the change management. Okay. Tomorrow we'll discuss about the change management. Okay. So how is change management different from this gate review? Gate review is when everything happens pre-planned. That is everything happening properly? Like that when we are checking, no, that is what is a gate review. But what about the change? Something unexpected happens from the outside, and we want to modify our project, either the cost, time, or scope. So then it have to go through change review, change control process, not the gate review. That will take up separately. Okay. Yeah. Priyanka.
Yeah, I just wanted to add one more point. We have something called as Gate Zero also, where we'll have some kickoff meetings.
It is
Yeah.
there. Okay. See, this is highly generic. Okay. Many companies, they have different things. Okay. See, ideally it starts with, like she said, the Gate Zero. Gate Zero means what? What all you should be. See, I'm prepared for starting the project. There should be preliminary checklist, correct? So that is what is this Gate Zero. Do you have a sound business case? Do you have a minimum funding to start the project? Etc. So that we are safe to start. Otherwise, how will we start? So Gate Zero is also there. Okay. Yes, Ankita.
Vishak, this question of Ganesh, so he also mentioned that whether we can, if the client proposes some changes in between the gate, can we implement it or increase or decrease the activities in the phase? So that we cannot do, right? We cannot take a client input during the phase delivery model because it's a predictive model.
We will see. See, that's what I told. No, that is change management. We do. It's not that we cannot, we can. Okay. We'll discuss that in the change management. Okay. What all are the criteria, etc. Okay.
And
Okay,
is
dear
there-
friends. Yeah.
is there any kind of checkpoints between the sprint model as well? Like we have gates here in the phase delivery model. So what about any
Correct.
checkpoints between the sprint model? Anything?
We have no sprint review and sprint planning that serves a purpose. So that is what Agile is breaking down the whole big picture into smaller things. Okay. So before we start any sprint, we have the sprint planning meeting here.
The meeting.
And once we, and we have got sprint review meeting. Simple. That is the incremental delivery. Okay.
Roger.
Yeah. Now let's move further, guys, please. Now this face-to-face relationship, it can be sequential or overlapping. Sequential means what, my dear friends? It looks like this. Can you see here? Looks like this. Overlapping means what? Sometimes we may do like this also. That is what is overlapping. Okay. Now there is something called as schedule compression technique. Okay. Before jumping into these two keywords, first let me finish this. Okay. What did I tell just now? Schedule compression technique. Please listen. This is not there in the slide. Please listen. Okay. Please don't turn off your videos. Please be in the video and listen here, guys. Okay. Schedule compression technique. Okay. Let me hear from the experts. Someone may know it already. What are the two schedule compression techniques, my dear friends? Come on, experts tell. No one here? Unmute and speak up, guys.
Sir, I have not got the difference between the sequential and overlapping diagrams.
For that only I'm telling. Hold on. What is the difference between the? What are the two schedule compression techniques? I will come to that. Okay, Preeti, hold on. But before that, my question is, what are the two schedule compression techniques? Anyone? No one? Oh, wow.
Changing the baseline.
No. Two schedule compression techniques. No one knows? Okay. I thought some of you guys would have used it. People who said they are using Microsoft Project, no? I thought you guys would have used it, but it seems no. Anyway, schedule
Fast
compression.
tracking and crashing.
Very good. Now, how did you get Rajabhaskar?
No, I just forgot those names and I just recollected that.
Good. Have you tried any of them, or based on knowledge only
No,
you're telling?
I heard it from my PMs.
Okay, great. You heard it from your project managers. Good. Okay. So guys, please listen. The two schedule compression techniques are, one is, he told, did you listen? Crashing. What is the second one he told? Fast tracking. Okay, guys, please make a note of it, guys. Please. In your notes, it should be there. Crashing and fast tracking. I will tell you guys, very, very common sense. I told no, project management is pure common sense. Okay. Crashing means what, do you know? Something which we have planned in a activity. Okay. Painting work, electrical work, or maybe cooking, whatever. Something we would have planned. And initially we would have thought that, let's say, X number of people can do. Now what happens? Once we reach the execution phase, we think, oh, can I do it faster? Can I wrap this up activity faster? If I add more people, not just X. If I add more people, can I shorten the activity duration? Like that, we will ask a question to our mind. Is that clear, everyone? So that is what we call as crashing. Crashing means what? Adding more resources. So when you add more resources, no, what happens? Obviously, the cost will increase. Okay, everyone? Don't expect, oh, 3 people, now 6 people, they will be able to finish the work in half the time. Like that, don't think. You got my logic? Something was done by 3 people. Now you are thinking, instead of 3 people, if it is 6 people, I can do it faster, but my cost remains same. Do you have a thought process like that? No. When you add more people, the efficiency drops actually. Don't expect a basic high school mathematics to work there. Okay, everyone? Are you getting my point, everyone?
Yes.
There is a limitation for crashing, okay? Because that's why we have a beautiful English proverb. How many of you guys can tell that proverb? If you add more resources, it need not effectively contribute in a positive way. Connection to that, there is an English proverb. Do you know?
Too many cooks
Nine
spoil the
mothers
product.
cannot deliver a baby in a month.
What is that? Too many, other than too
Nine
many
mothers
cooks, what is?
cannot deliver a baby 9 months in a month.
No, 1 minute, 1 minute. I didn't hear from Navdeep. That's a different one. What is that, Navdeep?
I was saying like 9 mothers cannot deliver a baby in a month.
Oh my God. How do you know that, Navdeep? Thank you so much. Okay.
That's what generally say. Like, and if you add more resources, it will not necessarily.
No, I was
Like,
about to tell that. Okay, you have told whatever I was supposed to tell. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay.
and I'm getting yeah.
What is it? You have heard through from me before or sometimes?
No.
No.
I used it many times when we were being crushed with a lot of work, and
Yeah.
managers were saying you want more resources. Then I said, okay,
Very
nobody
good.
can
Okay.
do it.
So I
But
was
they
about to tell that. Okay. I don't know how exactly Navdeep told that. I'm really happy. So one mother can deliver a baby in 9 months. That doesn't mean some stupid project manager is telling that, okay, arrange more mothers like that. Okay. It doesn't make sense. Okay. Only some activities you can reduce the timeline by adding more resources. Some activities, if you add more resources, there is no effect on the timeline. Are you getting? So apply your common sense whenever you do crashing. I know there are some activities when you crash, the timeline may come down, but not every activity, the timeline will come down. Okay. And in fact, the law of diminishing returns, there is a concept. This is not related to project management. This is general management concept. Okay. Yeah, economics. Okay. Law of diminishing returns. If you keep adding more resources, you won't get the same productivity. It may backfire after a particular point. Okay. So that's it. So one request, guys, everyone please note down, just like Navdeep said, don't think crashing is universally applicable. See whether it makes sense to do crashing. If not, then there is no point in adamantly applying crashing. Okay. Not always applicable. Like that, you make a note, guys, please. Not always applicable.
Vishak,
Okay,
can
dear
you
friends.
give an example of law of diminishing returns for that?
Same thing, see, law of diminishing returns means, see, this is a topic deviation, but simply I will tell you, see, Ankita, let's say 3 people, let's say 4 people are doing something, and I estimated that the time they take is 10 days. Okay, Ankita. Now what happens? You are thinking from a basic high school math. Okay, you are asking me, Vishak, if 4 people can do it in 10 days, why not 8 people finish it in 5 days? It looks perfect in the math. Okay, but in reality, it won't be 5 days. 8 people can obviously reduce it. Let's say it becomes 7 days, but not exactly 5 days. Because there are some integration costs, there are integration activities, there are some lag, there are some communication gaps. Okay, so we cannot assume that 4 people, 10 days, or 8 people, 5 days. That's it. Yeah. Next, Ganesh.
So this concept of crashing only revolves around the resources, like adding more resources, it increases the cost and reduce the time. But can I also say that adding more cost will reduce the resources? Increase the resources
but
and
don't.
time?
Yeah, we can, but don't assume like that. See, simply that's what I have to tell. Don't assume that money can buy everything. I have more money. I'm ready to spend more. So reduce the timeline like that. We cannot think. It's good to start, but ultimately see whether it makes sense. Okay. Okay, everyone. So I think that's about crashing. Not always applicable, and cost increases, resources also increase. Now, what about fast tracking, guys? Fast tracking is applicable everywhere. Only thing is we should have a good confidence level. Our gut feeling should be good. What does that have to tell? For fast tracking, our gut feeling should be good. What do you mean by fast tracking? See the second diagram, guys, you will understand. One activity is there, okay? See here, guys. One activity is there. Ideally, what happens? After this activity got over, then only we are supposed to start the second activity. But what happens, we, out of hurry, out of speeding up things, what do we tell to the second team member? See, let's say Ganesh is taking care of this activity 1, okay? And then Sri Harsha is taking care of activity 2. So what do we tell to Sri Harsha? Hey, ideally you
Sure.
are supposed to wait till Ganesh ends, but don't wait, my dear friend Sri Harsha. You start this right away. I'm telling you, start this right away. Like that, I will give an instruction to Sri Harsha. So there is an element of risk. Okay, risk increases. What else will happen? Quality may decrease. Quality may decrease. The defect may increase because he's starting without proper start after Ganesh got over. He's starting it even before Ganesh activity got over. So defect may increase. Please listen. Risk may increase. Quality may drop down. Rework may increase. Okay, can you please make a note of all these 4 keywords, guys? Super important, please. Okay, defect increases, rework may increase, risk may come down, risk may increase, quality may come down. But you can do fast tracking everywhere. See, the classic example I want to tell about fast tracking, you know what it is? In our batch, we have got people who started going through my application process video on day 1 itself. Day 1 itself, I know. Because I shared the application process video on day 1. And some of the enthusiastic, aggressive guys, what they did, day 1 itself, they went through the video. But here is the catch. Some people, it got chosen for audit. Okay? For some people, it got smoothly approved. Okay? So what we have to tell here, my request to you guys to apply right from day 1 was a fast tracking initiative. But for some people, it worked. 1 in 5 profiles, correct? 1 in 5 profiles gets picked up for audit. So no harm. Okay, now don't panic. Oh my God, my profile got chosen for audit. Vishak, is that a risk? Like that, you don't think. Only thing I have to tell is, in case your profile got picked up for audit, you can't aggressively give the exam like the other friends over here. Let's say we are finishing the session on May 4th, no? Correct? May 4th. That means we should be good to give the exam on May 7th, May 5th, May 6th. But in case it is chosen for audit, you have to wait for the whole course to get over, and you will get a course completion certificate from the institute that you have to upload in a PMI website. Then only your application will be processed further. The other things in the audit you can do. What are the other things which you got in the audit? Maybe ask for a reference from your colleague to upload your undergraduate certificates, correct? Those things you can do. What I'm telling is the course completion certificate, you have to wait for the course to get completed. That's it. Okay, everyone? Any questions? So these are the 2 things, crashing and fast tracking. Ideally finish to start, but finish to start, but we are breaking that protocol. That's what I want to tell. Okay. Ideally, it should be finished to start, but we are breaking that protocol. Rather than the one activity getting over, we are starting the next one. That's it. Yes, anything, Ganesh, yours is done, no? Next, Sachita.
So in the fast tracking process, it cannot be always the case that every time the quality may decrease or risk increased. That cannot be the case, right?
Yeah, that's why we are using may, no? May means not every time. Yeah, may. Quality may decrease, risk may increase, rework may increase.
Okay.
Yeah. Amulya.
So, Vishak, you use the word gut feeling, right? So, the overlapping of activities is based on no other factor except for the gut feeling?
No. It is just based on the gut feeling because we are taking a risk. Okay, we are taking a risk. Okay, see, in the risk management topic, we'll again touch base on it. Okay, there is something called as risk appetite. Okay, just like food appetite, we have no risk appetite. Let's do it, guys. Okay, let's save some time. I know there is a risk associated, but let's do it. Like that, the gut feeling means not purely gut feeling. We will pull out some data from Excel, some research we will do. What I want to tell is it's something which we didn't anticipate. Now we are changing our plan in the middle so that we can bring back our project which got delayed, something like that. Okay.
Yeah, I have zero practical knowledge. I'm just going by the theory of what you're saying. So that's why I
No
have this
problem.
question.
No problem. That's what I'm telling you. It's like when you know that, okay, there is a chance that you may miss your flight. So what will you do? You will try to speed up your car so that, oh my God, I think if I go, right now I'm traveling in 40 kilometers per hour, but if I increase my speed to 60 kilometers per hour, probably I can catch the flight, but there is a risk associated with it. But it's a gut feeling. You are deciding. There is no data which is telling. You are deciding, okay, can I increase the speed further? But based on data, you are the person who is deciding to do fast tracking. Okay. Anything else? Kunal?
Yeah, fast tracking is something which rather both of them in some quantum is used by all the project managers at some point of time. There are some certain tolerance limit to the quality and the risk factors. So within those tolerance limit, many of us play.
Correct. That's it. There is a tolerance limit. I'm not telling, hey guys, drive at 120 kilometers per hour. Not like that. We know where is a limit, where to put a limit. There we know. Okay.
I can give an example. In my current working, we have inline, midline, and final inspections done at a factory level. So inline is done at 10%, midline is done at 50%, and final is done at 100% goods. So we sometimes, when we need to deliver a shipment earlier, what we do is that we skip midline inspections and we merge it with final inspection. It's a risky bet because when we check 50% goods, we can, change the goods direction and improve the quality. But when you need to deliver the shipment or fast track it as Vishank, then we skip the inspection part and we just go to the final part to save 2 days in the shipment. So this happens a lot in our industry.
Wow. Very correct. Very apt example. Okay. So midline inspection, ideally you should do if you heard what he said. But sometimes we may skip it and we do the final inspection only so that we can save 2 days. That's what he told. So that's a feeling. Okay. That's a feeling they have. Yes, let's do it like that. Okay. So maybe Amulya, that's what you asked. No. So what basis you decide? Okay, Ashish, should we skip the midline or something? What basis you decide?
So we see,
Ashish.
for example, we get a carting order or the ship movement date. Let's say today is 17th and we need to give the shipment by 19th. So there's a third party inspection that also happens after our final inspection. So let's say that midline was supposed to happen today. Then after 1 day, the final happens. So final should happen at 19th. But we see that we need to, deliver the goods on 19th and, we need to exfactorate. So what we do is we say that let's skip midline to 17th today and let's do final. And we can, combine the 50% and see what were the findings. If the findings were very strict, then only we take the action of stopping the shipment and doing, rework on the goods. But if that not happens, then we schedule the final on 18th. And then we dispatch the shipment on 19th. This is how we took the call. We take the call. We skip the midline and then directly goes to the final. Yeah.
Great. Fantastic. Yeah. So what next? Understood. It's a feeling. Okay? It's a decision we all take collectively. Okay. I think we can move further. Now I will tell you guys why did I deviate from the sequential and overlapping and focused on the schedule compression technique. Okay. Now you see this text, you automatically will understand. Okay, Preeti, you asked, no? Sequential relationship means what? Consecutive phases start only when previous phase is complete. See, like this. Only when the previous phase is complete, we start the next phase. So what is the benefit? Okay, Preeti, if you listen, okay, if you look at this, okay, what is the benefit? It reduces the level of uncertainty, no tension. Okay, but what is the drawback? It doesn't give you an option to shorten the project timeline. Got it? I always tell, no, my favorite quote, with great power comes great responsibility. So if you are doing this crashing, then you may get into a situation where you are able to compress the timeline, but our uncertainty in the project increases. The risk factor in our project increases. Okay, that's what is they are telling. Okay, now what about the second one? See here, overlapping relationship. Overlapping relationship means what? It increases the level of risk and may cause rework. Okay, because the previous phase may affect our next phase. Everyone agreeing with me? Because we are assuming that it may not affect, but it may affect. Okay, just now Ashish told, no, the mid review, there is a purpose for the mid review. If you skip the mid review, sometimes we may have to pay a heavy price for it. That final review, something will surface. Something will come up in the final review. And then we have to go back. We have to do rework. We have to spend extra money, stress. Emotionally, we are getting very much disturbed because, oh my God, I should have done the mid review well. Like that, you'll have a feeling. Okay. So that's what happens when you do this overlapping. Okay, everyone. Now, are you connecting everything on the screen? Please let me know. Can we move further?
Yes, we can move.
Now, the next one is plan and manage project or phase closure. Okay. Plan and manage project or phase closure. Okay. So please understand, big projects have got closure. When you divide the whole big project into smaller phases, then also we have got closure. Okay. So I'll tell about that. Okay. So all of you know, right? Phases. Okay. So when you close a project, please listen, guys, the text. When you close a project or a phase, okay, what all happens during the closeout phase? First thing, guys, the planned work is completed. Like that, we have to check. See, I told you, I am the trainer and you guys are the students. But in a transactional economics, what I can tell, I am the service provider and you guys are my client. So on the last day of the project, I mean, on the last day of our session, what do you guys will check? This Vishak told something in the beginning of the project, beginning of the session. Did he fulfill all those? Is the planned work completed? Like that, you guys will check. Correct? Secondly, what will happen? This is my job. Okay. The phase information is archived. The project or the phase information is archived, stored properly. Okay. So that's why sometimes I used to tell, okay, guys, a project manager is more like a glorified clerk. Okay. At the same time, he's like an uncelebrated CEO. Okay. Glorified clerk, uncelebrated CEO. So toward the end of the phase, our job for some 2 days, it is pure clerical work. What to do? Clerical work in the sense, whatever are the documents related to the previous phase, we have to name them properly, save the latest version in the SharePoint site or the Google Drive, so that it will be a good reference for the future projects. Who will do it? Can someone else do it? No. Only we project managers have to decide which is the latest document, which is an important document, put this in separate folders. It's a very, very clerical task. So what I'm telling, project manager is like a glorified clerk, sometimes uncelebrated CEO. We are pulling a team. If you notice in the gate review, what happens? I'm representing a team of operations, design, procurement, engineering, product management. I'm leading a team of 8 to 10 people, minimum. It may go up to 200, 400 people. What I'm telling is minimum you are leading a team of 8 to 10 people. That's why I told uncelebrated CEO, because like a CEO who is leading a cross-functional team for a company, you're leading a project. Okay, so be proud of it. Okay. So phase information is archived. Third one, guys, the resources are released to pursue other endeavors. This I already told you guys. Do you remember? Whenever we go from one phase to another, the resources who were in the previous phase, if they are not needed for the next phase, they are released. Phase 2, phase 3. It can be even JCB, crane. It can be even people. It can be even meeting conference room. Correct? In the phase 2, it was in one city. Phase 3, it is in a different city. Why should we keep on allowing phase 2? Got it, everyone? That's it. Now, closing of the project or phase. What is the criteria? Please listen, guys. When you close the project or phase, what is the criteria? All these are the criteria. Okay, my dear friends. Now, in that, what I want to tell you is only the first criteria. See here from this bullet point. Only the first criteria is a happy criteria. Rest all, my dear friends, not at all happy. So, my dear friends, I have to tell you one request. Whenever your project is stopped for some reason, don't worry. Don't think that it is because of your inefficiency. There are a lot of reasons because of which project will be stopped midway. Okay, that's what we are going to see here. First one, have a look, my dear friends. What is the first one telling? The project or phase successfully met its completion objectives. Good job. Okay, Vishak and team, you guys have done a fantastic job. Now we can close the project. Like that, when the client tells, when you guys tell me on the last day, that is when I will close the project. Happy situation, everyone agree? But the remaining points you see here, guys, please see here. The requirement changed during the execution to the point where the project is no longer feasible. You guys are here for PMP, but in the session, no, you guys are asking irrelevant questions. Okay, and I am keep on answering those. So finally, what happens on the last day of the project? Something which I have planned to complete, I may not be able to complete. Make sense? The requirements change during the execution to the point where the project is no longer feasible. Point number 2, adequate funding is no longer available to complete the project requirements. Our client told, hey, Vishak, fantastic job by you, but you know what? My pocket is empty. I can't fund you further. So what is that? Adequate funding is no longer available. Okay, then also we will stop the project. Okay, everyone. Third one, guys. This is an important point. I want you guys to listen. Significant risks are encountered that makes the successful completion of the project impossible. See, what is risk? What do you mean by encountering a risk? Something which you didn't think properly in the planning phase, it happened literally. Oh my God, how can I miss that? Oh my God, I forgot that. Like that, have you been telling when you go for a travel? Oh, I forgot to take the pass. I forgot to take this. I forgot to take medicines. Okay, so what happens? If something happens, it can be an issue. If you have a vomiting sensation, it's good to carry something. Okay, so regarding that means significant risks are encountered that makes a successful completion impossible. Now I have to go back home. Sorry, I forgot the tickets. I have to go back home. So connected to this, no, I want to tell you, we should be always proactive. Don't assume things. Whenever you start a project, make sure that your assumptions are very, very strong and having a substantiating evidence. If you simply assume everything will go well, everything may not go well. This is what Murphy's law says. Okay, so significant risks are encountered, which makes the successful completion impossible. See, I'm telling you one thing, guys. Okay, it's been almost 40 years, I guess, no? After, not even 40, more than that. It's been quite a long year after man have landed in moon. But that's by US. But I'm sure, guys, there are other powerful countries in the world who have been trying to put man in moon. But some reason, in the middle of the project, they encountered some issues, because of which they are not able to complete their mission. I'm sure the news would not have come outside, but some countries, they would have tried to put man in moon and they would have failed because some risk they encountered. Okay. The next point is the organization no longer needs the project deliverables. They hired me as a project manager in 2023. Now we are in 2024 April. Now they are telling, no, Vishak, we don't need the project. You better stop the project and go home. Possible. I know I did a fantastic job, but they are telling that they no longer need the project deliverables. Go home. Like that. Clear, everyone? That's it. And finally, see here, guys, let me see how many of you guys are have sincerely gone through my quiz videos. Okay, this is going to be a test. Okay, only those people who have gone through my videos will understand my question and they will answer. Others will be simply watching. Okay, so my question goes like this, my dear friends. Apart from law or regulation, what other keywords I have told in this group? Do you remember? One is regulation. Another one is, anyone who have gone through my quiz videos, do you remember? Come on, that's very, very disappointing. No one have gone through my videos. Go ahead. Very good, Ratnasri. Go ahead. I didn't tell this keyword, okay? But Ratnasri is telling. That means you have gone through my quiz videos. Compliance. What else?
Legal, standard, statutory.
Very good, Nikhil. Okay. He also have gone through. I didn't tell these keywords. Okay. Legal.
Statutory.
Standard. Statutory. Okay. Statutory. Okay. Others. Only 2 people I heard. What about others? This weekend is going to be very crucial, guys. Are you guys ready to go through one of my quiz videos this weekend? I'm assuring you, okay, if you go through, you'll be a different person on the last day. Trust me. You will be a different person. You will roar, not like others, silently watching the session. You'll be on top of me. You'll be telling along with me. Okay. hey, why B is the correct answer, why C is wrong answer, like that, you will be giving fantastic insights. That is what I'm telling. You can give the exam on May 6th, provided you are doing your homeworks well now. What is the one homework I told you? Please apply. If there is any lazy fellow hidden here who haven't gone through my application process video, it is high time. You have to go through. Otherwise, your money is wasted. Let me tell you. I will apply later. It won't work. You won't apply. I'm telling it from the past experience of handling hundreds of batches like this. Okay. So first is apply. Second is go through the sheet videos. If you have doubt, ask. Okay, these people, they will put it in the chat. Okay. Nikhil or Ratnasri can put it in the chat which video they watched. What you have to watch over this weekend. Okay. Ashish, yeah, go ahead. Ashish.
I'm sorry, just I was crossing you. Basically, I was not able to go through your videos because my work is so hectic right now that on Saturday and Sunday they are even pushing me to work. So on next Saturday I would be free. So can I go then and register for the exam, because I think I'm too late for the exam. But I'm attending.
No, what is the status of your application? Is it approved?
No, I didn't even apply. I have to go through your
So
video.
what are you waiting for? Apply, you do. You don't have to wait for anything. Okay. I want you guys to apply. No questions. Don't tell me anything, guys. You have to apply means you have to apply. You don't have to pay anything. Just watch my video, create a profile just like you do in Facebook or Instagram and apply. That's it. It doesn't cost you anything. It costs your time. That's it. If you're not able to dedicate time for that, then it's a problem. So
Yeah,
apply it so that your time bomb starts ticking. Don't take me wrong. I've put a time bomb in you people. Okay. It starts ticking. Okay. At least do that. Okay. And then next week onwards, you can find out some time and go through the videos. Okay. But I'm assuring you, people who have gone through, they will be having a huge confidence. Okay. I know who all are going to give PMP from this batch first people. I know. Okay. But I don't want to tell the name and disappoint others. Okay. Because I'm observing that aggressiveness in some of you guys. Okay. Yeah.
Vishak,
What is that?
I
Yeah.
hope we can do it in June also, right?
You can do it in June. You can do it
Basis
in
our
July.
commitment.
You can do it in July. You can do it in October also. But the point is, my trick is that the momentum drops exponentially. Why we can do? Why you can't do now? That is my counter question. Okay. If you can do now, better do now. What is that magical moment you are waiting for? Or are you just like the other Ashish told, you have some work commitments or something?
Yes.
Seriously. Yeah.
Traveling on work.
Traveling, fine. No, you have to find out time. That's what I'm telling you, because this is a very pretty much tough exam, guys. I'm telling you, you check with anyone who cleared PMP, you check their internet and all, they take 3 to 4 months. But I am promising just attending my session and additional 100 hours. Don't give a wow expression for the 100 hours. 100 hours is very, very, very less compared to a traditional path of giving this exam. Okay, any experienced people, guys? Have you failed in PMP before? Have you attended the training, but you didn't have the confidence to give the exam? Anyone like that here? I want you people to tell rather than me telling. When I tell, no, people won't believe. Anyone who failed in PMP before? Or you have attended the training, but you didn't have the confidence, 2022, 23, 24? No need to hide, guys. You can tell. Failure is a stepping stone to success. No one here.
I have tried in my company. We have separate PMP program, so I have tried that in that exams, but there are many terminologies which are coming for the PMP. So that's where I felt the need of doing the training.
Very good. Okay.
Many of the questions, even in your videos, I saw it needs some PMP insight.
Inside. Okay. So good step you have taken. Okay, Rupesh, that's what I would say. And others. Okay. If I remember, okay, it was 2 people, no, Ratnasri and Nikhil. Okay. So anyone who is going through my videos, if you have any question, please listen. Anyone this week, I hope many of you guys will go through. Anyone who is going through my videos, any question you have doubt, okay, let us. I would suggest, no, Nikhil, you take a screenshot. I remember, Nikhil, you messaged me, no? Okay. So take a screenshot of it, make that into a Word document and share it on the last day of the session or during the exam period. I'll be able to help you. Vishak, I have a doubt why B is the correct answer. Why can't C be the correct answer? Like that, and your mind will be asking questions. That's why I say PMP is mindset. Okay. Like what I have mentioned in the chat, it's a mindset. If you get the mindset right, it's a cakewalk for you. But if you don't get the mindset right, you guys are going to mess up. For that mindset setting only, I'm requesting you guys to go through the video. Okay, please go through the videos. Okay, quiz videos.
Vishak,
Yes,
just one
Ganesh.
question. What is that? Just one question. What is that book that you suggested? Simon Golden Rule.
No,
something
no,
was-
it's not a book. It's just a video, 20 minutes video available in the YouTube. He has beautifully explained it. Okay.
What is
so
his
it
second
is
name? Simon?
Simon Sinek. Okay. Simon Sinek.
S-I-N-E-K.
I how.
1 minute,
He
1 minute. I
has a
think
TED
Ankita
talk
got
and
it.
a podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe one
He's
of you
a
guys
very
can type it in. Yeah, type it in the chat. Okay. See, that's why I want everyone in this batch to watch that video. See, Ramesh, I've put it in the chat. Okay. That was so you can check. Okay. Copy it,
Okay,
guys.
thank you.
Now don't expect for the link. This is the first step of Simon Sinek Golden Circle. If you have a strong why, you will go to internet and find out how to get access to that video. Okay. And how to access, if you have found out, what will you do? You will watch the video. Why? How? What? Understood? Simple. I've told you what is the Simon Sinek model, but I want you guys to watch it. Okay. He has done a beautiful job of explaining. Okay. So I'm nowhere close to him. So I want you guys to watch it directly from the source. Okay. What else? Ganesh?
Just heads up on the point 1, the requirements change during the execution. You have said that during your session, the challenges were there. I say it as a challenge, but this does that signify the change means it's an incremental job or change in the current scope? Like we took an example.
No, not incremental change. Okay, we are referring to the current scope change. So it will result in closure. See, there are a lot of cases in which we started with something and we ended up in making something else, and finally we have to scrap the whole project idea. Like that, is there. Okay, yeah. Nikhil, this is what I told. No, don't spoon feed the team. You are a good boy, but don't spoon feed the team. This is the first tip of Simon Sinek Golden Circle. Okay, the moment you put it in the chat, no, that means you are feeding them what? Let them find out. No, if they have a strong why, they will somehow find it. What they will find out? This video. Okay, so you don't have to put it in the chat. Okay, anyway, so let's move further, guys. Okay, so what I was telling is this regulation, compliance, legal, standard, statutory. Have you made a note of this, guys? Please, you don't have to go through any other books. Okay, these 5 keywords are super important. Okay, now how this will affect our project, my dear friends? It will affect our project in 3 different ways. Okay, way number 1, very, very drastic. Okay, closure of the project. Okay, way number 2, manageable. So raise a change request. Way number 3, nothing alarming now, but alarming in the future. So update risk register. I have to tell this, guys, don't tell that I'm getting confused, okay? Because that confusion is a beauty, okay? So please listen, we are right now in which topic? Closure of a project. But what I'm telling is, are you listening? This regulation, compliance, legal, standard or statutory, if it is so much affecting our project, then it can result in closure of our project. Okay, now change request means what? Something which can be managed. We don't have to shut down the project, but one of the triple constraints may get affected. You know triple constraints, right? Cost, scope, and schedule. One of the triple constraints may get affected. So it's better to route through a change request if it can be managed. Now, nothing alarming now. Are you listening, everyone? Nothing alarming now, but maybe alarming in the future. So what do we do that? Just capture that in the risk register. Any questions, anyone?
Why? Sorry, how about loss? Loss will not be a
Loss will come in baseline automatically. That's what, no? If what is that? Okay. So there are a lot of things which we have to discuss. Okay. So everything will come as a subset. Loss means it is coming related to cost, no? So it will reflect there. Okay. Yeah.
So the
Now what about
timeline,
Rahul?
timeline, why is it not part of the closure of the project?
Elaborate on that.
Timeline, I mean to say there is a specific project which does impact so many things. The budget and all resource allocation and everything is there into the time bounding process. If we are breaching the marked timeline of the project, it is also a high parameter to mark the project closure.
Correct. Exactly. So the point is, my counter question to you is why, what is so special about only timeline like that? There can be a compromise in risk. There can be a compromise in quality. There can be a compromise in time, cost, everything. So indirectly, every keyword, whatever I said, no, it is captured as a requirement. See, the moment you tell, okay, Vishak, I want it in 6 days. Okay, Rahul, that means you're conveying the requirements to me. I want it in 6 days. That's your requirement. Getting?
All right.
It is built into the requirements. Okay. See, what do you mean by quality? Quality means everything. It's not about just checking the perfection. Quality means timeliness of the delivery, sticking to the original budget which you asked, which you agreed upon. Everything is quality. Okay. Overall, the session went, okay. Rahul, you are telling the session went very well. He did a good quality job. That if you want to tell, what should I do? I should finish the sessions on time. There is no point in putting a lot of examples, case study, and the session gets dragged for another half an hour. So it should be precisely finishing within the time, whatever was the initially agreed scope, and am I sticking to the budget or resources? Okay, everything is quality. Okay. Now, my dear friends, what I was telling is,
PR,
this is
what is PR?
guys,
What is PR?
CR is change request. Okay. Now the next is, guys, this is clear, no, everyone? 3 ways in which our project can get affected. Super important. Okay. Now the next one is merger or acquisition. Okay. In the light of our company getting acquired by another company, what happens? Sometimes our existing projects will get affected. I have literally experienced it. Okay. When our company got acquired by another company, we had a steering committee meeting. We have to understand what is the overlap between this project and the company which acquired us, their products. If there is a major overlap, then we need to stop our project. Make sense? If it is not coinciding with the product line of the competitor company which acquired us, then there is no problem. So a merger or acquisition can also affect our project. Clear, everyone? And finally, global or economic changes. Okay, COVID or recession, anything. These all can affect our projects. Third one.
Like
That's
under
it, my dear friends.
global or national economic changes, the Trump tariffs.
Everything. Very
current
good. Very good point. Exactly. All these will come. Okay. Will it affect the procurement of raw materials from some specific countries or any war? Okay. Outbreak in some countries. Okay. Will it affect our project delivery? Like that. Okay. Yeah. Next, Ramesh.
For significant risk, I have an example that
One.
So basically, at home is a very
Oh, 1 minute. Ashish, 1 minute.
You're on mute.
Ramesh, you're on mute, Ramesh. The nation cannot hear you.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Regarding this merger acquisition, always which I saw is the merger is for the good self. It's always happening that when we merge with a bigger organization, there's a scope for this organization to grow along with that. Like we say, you try for the stars, you land upon the moon. So that way it is always what I've seen is merger is always a good thing for the organizations to grow together.
Yeah, but sometimes when you have an M&A, and before the two entities became part of an M&A, they may have been working on a similar or maybe even identical project. And so one of those projects now, as the merger acquisition is concluded, has to go. I've seen that happen.
On to the second thought, onto the specific piece, the first thing the merger acquisition do bring is an auditing process, what all projects are existingly working and how much budget it is currently allocating so that they can economically
can I
check
speak now?
with the process.
Exactly. Yeah.
So there's a framework called PESTEL that was taught on in my college days. Right now, I did my MBA. So PESTEL framework is the same, I think, that is taken in for,
Very good point. Okay. Very good point by Ashish. Okay, we will discuss about PESTEL framework in the risk management. He has thrown a light on that direction. Okay, so we have to be aware about what the hell is happening outside. So how do we get the awareness? By doing a analysis of using PESTEL tool. Okay, don't worry about it now. Okay, just note it down what he said. PESTEL, PESTLE. That we'll discuss in the risk management. Okay, good, beautiful. Okay, can we move further, guys? Everyone.
And just one more
Apart
point.
from that, Michael Porter's 5 forces model is also there, which can be used for risk management.
Oh, great. Michael Porter's 5 forces. Okay. But for the PMP framework, we have more of this pestle. Okay.
And one more point for
Good.
an example of significant risk that make the project impossible. So we can, if we know a vendor or a buyer is going through a bankruptcy, so we stop making goods for them. So for example, At Home is at risk of bankruptcy right now, and our vendors has order for it. So we have stopped taking in and giving orders until they give us the payment, and then only we give them the delivery. So this is the change. First, it was used to be around 60 days after the goods were delivered to them. So now the terms has changed because of them going into bankruptcy or chances of them going into bankruptcy.
So which company you said? Sorry, Ashish?
At Home. At Home.
At Home.
Maybe Stanley knows about At Home. I don't know.
Good. Okay. Anything else, guys? Come on, quick. All good? Okay. Now, the next one is acceptance criteria. Acceptance criteria means what, you know? A set of conditions required to be met before deliverables are accepted. Okay. See, again, remember our transactions, what I told you. I am the service provider. You guys are my client. So some expectations, okay, you guys had in your mind when you attended the day 1 of my session. Do you remember I told you take a pen and paper on a scale of 100, note down what is your confidence level for PMP, and that we will revisit on the last day of the session. Like that I told you. Okay. So on the last day, you guys will check your expectations, whatever purpose for which I enrolled in this batch. Is it fulfilled? Is it met? Like that. Now, what happens? No, this acceptance criteria is defined in the beginning of the project, and it is revisited on the last day of the project. And sometimes the project managers, what do? They want to get a formal sign off on the last day of the project, because we cannot trust these customers. Okay. See, what if I'm telling, hey, I don't trust you people. Last day, you people are telling, hey, Vishak, I'm very confident with the PMP. Thank you so much. Like that you are telling. So I'll tell, I don't trust you people. Give it in writing. Can you please sign in this? Because 2 weeks later, you will tell, no, I'm not having the confidence. He didn't finish properly. By June, July, you will tell. Okay, that's what I'm telling. The momentum will decrease exponentially. Okay. So I want to get a formal sign off. Like that if I tell. So sometimes what happens with the client, we get a sign off. Okay. It should be approved by the client or the sponsor. Make sense, guys? But that acceptance criteria is defined in the beginning. We are just revisiting it on the last day. Any questions, anyone? This is also part of the closure. Yes, Ankita. You're on mute.
Wasn't acceptance criteria more applicable to the agile model? We had discussed this before.
No. Acceptance criteria is applicable in both predictive as well as agile. The definition of done and definition of ready, that is what you are referring to. More applicable in agile. The acceptance criteria is there in both predictive as well as agile. I said, no, this batch is a planned project. Correct. I have an acceptance criteria from you, okay, Ankita, defined in the beginning. On the last day, we will revisit. So and so things you told, no, Vishak, this is pending, that is pending, like that. When you tell no, that means you are not ready to sign off in the acceptance criteria. So it's there in both predictive as well as in agile. It's a commitment. Are you delivering up to the commitments? Are you honoring those commitments which you told initially? Okay, that's it. Any questions, anyone? Good to go? Okay. Now, another important ceremony. We are in which topic, guys? Don't get deviated from the topic. We are in which topic? Lessons learned, closure of the project. Now, related to the closure of the project, one of the things is lessons learned. Lessons learned, repository. Okay. So no one else, guys, only the project manager. I repeat, no one else. Only the project manager have to do this lessons learned session. The inputs can come from team members, but who should take the accountability of it at the end of the day? It is the project manager. There is a document called as lessons learned register. Okay. In that document, we need to capture from the team members, okay, what all issues they faced, what all risks which they couldn't anticipate, how did they manage to do it? If they couldn't manage to solve it, What is that lessons learned for the future? Everything you have to sit down and document during the closure of the project. Okay, so that it becomes a reference for future projects. Are you getting it, everyone? It will be a reference for the future projects. So in companies, no, I'm talking about stable companies. There is a central location called as lessons learned repository, where they have the entire lessons learned of the past project managers. That is the secret to success. Okay.
Good movie.
Why? Yeah. Why Big Four companies are so famous? Because they have got a good lessons learned repository. See, whenever in EY, whenever I want to, I'm going to start a new project with a new client, I don't have to start from scratch. You have got an EY internal database. Whatever I have got as a project new client, I can type the client or the domain details, and I can always pull out relevant projects done in the past. So I'm not starting randomly. I am doing some homework. That is a secret. In fact, our PMP, the curriculum, it keeps revising. I think every 3-4 years. Okay, they come up with new versions. Don't worry. Now, all of you guys in this batch, you are safe. Okay, what I'm telling is, 2018 there was a major change. 21 there was a major change. Okay, so there will be major changes happening here and there. Okay, so why? Because the project managers are keep on capturing the lessons learned, and that lessons learned, they are contributing it in a voluntary basis to the senior management folks, to the PMI, etc. So we are becoming better and better day by day. Okay, everyone, that's it.
Visha, why the PMP does not guide this this project, this knowledge management at the initiation stage? Since you said that we all
No,
are
no, no.
talking
See,
this, but we don't see
we
a
can do.
particular.
I will interrupt. Okay, see, knowledge management, no one is stopping. You can do that. At least towards the end, you do. That is a request. Okay, see, I will take my personal experience. Okay, Ganesh. In my projects, I used to have once in a month a lessons review session. Ideally, the lessons review session is towards the end, but I drive it once in a month. Otherwise, people will forget something which they did, some mistake they did in the month of April. They may not remember by November. So it's good to have a periodic lessons review session. Good to have. Okay, we cannot force it, but it's good to have.
We have this lesson learning at the every end of phase gate review.
Correct. Okay. See, Ganesh, if I rephrase your question, mandatorily you should have at the end of every gate. But you can have it at any point of time. No one is stopping. Okay. Anything else, guys? Now the same ceremony is there in retrospective also. What happens, what went well, what could have been done in a better way, everything we study. Any questions, anyone?
Vishak, there's an observation. When we used to work for a waterfall model, there is to be a project kickoff meeting after the completion of the project along with quality team. They also used to capture our learnings there as in a history and take care not to repeat it in the next set of phase of a project or say similar project. But coming to Agile, nothing as such. I mean,
No,
we do
retrospective
have
is
a
there. No.
yeah, retrospective is there, but we're not coordinating with quality team. So
Exactly. See,
yeah.
the point is there are benefits and drawbacks in both predictive as well as agile. See, if you absorb one positive trait of predictive, it comes with negative as well. That's why I always keep telling, with great power comes great responsibility. Okay. See, predictive is super crazy about documentation, no doubt in that. But what is that? But it will drag something which can be done in 16 months. If you do it in a predictive way, it will be done with 100% perfection, but that 16 month will nicely become 35 months because of the level of documentation. So you have to decide a call. Okay. See, when you want something quickly, that's why I told when we started our session, what did I tell? Agile suits very well when you have an early go to market, when you have a pressure to complete something incrementally. Okay, so that's when this agile delivery works very well. And what about predictive? Predictive works very well when we do it in a plan-driven way where we want perfection. Okay. Yeah. Ganesh, anything else? You're on mute, Ganesh, I think. Over.
Thanks. I will lower my hand.
Yeah. Okay. So the next one, guys, I just want to say that we are beautifully ending our lesson 1. So people who have been sincerely listening to the session, they will have the following keywords in their note. Okay, very clear. Okay. So first today, that's what I told you. First today, when you guys started the session along with me, what is that we spoke about? Project methodologies and practices, correct? And then our topic got moved to scope. Okay. And then budgeting, cost, and then schedule, timeline. And finally, quality, we spoke, I think yesterday or something, Ishikawa, fishbone, control chart, all those things. And today we spoke about planning and procurement. After procurement, we spoke about governance structure. Do you remember the phase gate framework? That is a governance structure. And finally, just now in the last half an hour, we spoke about closure. This is how our journey was, guys. Lesson 1, whole journey. Okay. Do you have any questions? Anyone quick? Nothing?
Lisa, can we pick up some sample questions from this lesson 1 and just...
I know what you will tell. Okay, this I was expecting. So the reason is questions are not that easy. Okay, that I can pick up from scope, I can pick up from schedule. See, you have already gone through, no, Ratnasri, you know the complexity of questions. Okay, it will have an element. See, our next topic, lesson 2, is risk management, change management. I will tell about that. But what I'm telling is the PMP questions are not that straightforward. It will have an element of risk. It will have an element of procurement. It will have an element of scope. Okay. Schedule also. So it keeps changing here and there. Okay. So ideally, I prefer not to simplify the process now. My request is just when you guys are in with me in my learning journey, just assume that there is no exam till the course gets over. But I assure you, on the last day of the session, I can expose you guys to some questions from the training itself. And then dedicatedly, people who have enrolled for the exam prep, we are going to discuss exam prep only. So my promise, when you guys say bye-bye to me after the exam prep, you will be 101% confident about the exam. So don't worry about questions now. But still, what like Ratnasri and Nikhil have done a homework, if you want to get a flair of the PMP questions, you are free to go through the videos what I've shared. Okay. Apart from the application process video, if you go to related videos, you will be able to find that.
I am unable to find the sheet 1 video.
This one, the first one, can someone, this was shared, no, before I will share again, hold on. ASU PMP, can one of you share that video, guys, to her?
A 6-hour thriller.
Yeah, I'll share it. Okay, hold on, Lena.
But also, please add me in the Star Agile WhatsApp.
We messaged yesterday, right? We spoke yesterday over WhatsApp. See, we can't do it. Okay. You would have received an email from the Star Agile. Okay. Support at staragile.com. You have to click on it. Automatically, you will be added to the group. Everyone, guys, if you're not added to the group, check your email. If you haven't received an email, probably your point of contact. Okay. I know Navdeep have created a group. That is a common group, informal group. Okay. Student only group. Okay. I'm yet to join that. Okay. So what I'm telling is, other than that specific group, official group, you will get as a link. Okay, from the Star Agile. Make sure you join that. Okay. Okay, let's move further. Where are we now? This is the quiz video I'm recommending you guys to watch, guys, please. Okay, and you will feel the difference. If I say no, you won't believe. Okay, but you see literally the people who are confident on the last day, but then it will be too late. You got my point? So better watch, make a plan now itself. This week itself, I will go through like that. You make a determined decision. Okay. You make a conscious decision that I will finish this video over this week. I want that to happen. Okay, guys. Now, moving further, where are we? We are done with lesson 1, guys. If you don't have any questions, please allow me to move to lesson 2. If you have any questions, you are feel free to ask.
Sir, this is not with respect to the lesson 1, but what I observed yesterday was there is some Rita Mulachi's book with edition 10, but the latest edition is 11. So is it what we are supposed to refer? 10th edition? Just in
10th
case.
or 11th, not needed. Okay. But there is nothing wrong. Just in case, even if you refer, see 10th, 11th, and all are marketing gimmicks. I told no, project management is the same thing which was there 100 years back. Okay, it's a mindset. So nothing have changed much. Point number one. Point number two, don't take that efforts. If you want, you can read. Okay, I told no, there is nothing wrong in reading, but put your efforts in the right direction. That's what I would say. If your aim is to clear PMP, get the mindset right by going through the videos, and then if you still have time, you can read. Okay.
Actually, I thought of this referring because there were some slides that, what basics which we've not taken notes on. So for that purpose, I thought I would refer. So is it okay to skip those slides instead?
Yeah. I'm telling confidently over the session, whichever slides I have skipped, you can also skip.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
hold on. But 1 minute. But great power comes with great responsibility. The slides which I have focused, have you observed every minute details? For example, the schedule compression technique was not there in the slides, but have you made a note of it?
Yes.
Like that, whatever. Okay, that is what that same. Whatever I said, okay, relax. You don't have to go through means whatever I've told in those slides. Okay, because that is, if you say it's a drawback of me, but I love to go in that unorganized way. It's not that, okay. Some keywords, some topics I may bring from some other topics. It comes naturally. But I want you guys to cooperate with me. Okay. Sometimes I tell no risk. Risk is not here in the slide, but you have to consider like that because it's a non-linear narration. Project management is not a linear narration. Okay. So I want you guys to cooperate and then note it down. Okay. Otherwise it will be a problem. Okay. So you have to put that efforts, guys. If you note it down, no, it is a good brain exercise for you people also. Okay. Because after a long time, you guys are attending a course like this. Okay. It's been at least 5 years. The youngest person maybe 5 years after graduation, correct? In this batch. So now it's a pretty difficult time for you guys to listen and note down and all and give a 230 minutes exam. It's not an easy thing. So train your mind now itself. How? By making notes, by catching up with something which I'm telling. See, there should not be a chance of you asking me, Vishak, can you repeat? I missed. Why it should come? You have to catch up. Now we are almost 5 sessions over, correct? You should be accommodating with my pace. That's what I want. Okay, everyone?
Do we need to
Anything
remember?
else?
Do we need to remember all the acronyms also? Sometimes it is difficult to remember.
Very minimum. Which are the acronyms? You tell me. Very minimum acronyms I have. See, earlier PMP exam was requiring a lot of memorization. Earlier, before 2018. Now nothing. What is there to memorize? FLR, funding limit reconciliation. Is that what you're telling? Only one. Rough order of magnitude, another one. But otherwise, it's a pure mindset game, I would say. Nothing to memorize. If you're listening carefully and you're attending my quiz, what do you say? You can schedule your exam and just go confidently and give it and come. Nothing to note down. Okay. Let me know if there is anything which is to be memorized. Okay. I don't think so. Everything you study logically, for example, estimation, analogous estimate, then a bottom-up estimate. It should come naturally. Bottom-up estimate, that means it is accurate. Analogous estimate means something I've done in the past, so accuracy is low. Like that, you should connect quickly. That emotional connect is important. Okay. So can we move further, guys? Lesson 2. So lesson 2, the important topics are, please listen. One is risk management. Another one is communications. Then stakeholder engagement. This is what I told you. Change management is an important topic. That's it. The 4 which I highlighted, no, these are the important ones. Risk, communications, stakeholder engagement, change management. Okay. So with your permission, I'm starting, my dear friends. Please listen. First is risk management. Okay. So when we get into risk management, you know what? I did a certification last January. It is risk management professional. It's very good for project managers. Once you're done with PMP, you can explore risk management professional. But I have been doing trainings 4 years back into risk management professional. But now the bandwidth is a little bit less, okay, because all my prime time slots are still occupied by institutes for PMP only. So I'm not getting time, but definitely I would suggest you guys have to explore that. And I'm also planning to start, okay, probably by August, September, I will be starting a course on RMP, okay.
So you will be giving the training for risk management also, Vishak?
I will give. I used to give, but now currently time is not there. That is the thing. Okay, so
in
I'm
August
hoping that, okay, yeah, Yeah. Okay. So tentatively, okay, if nothing is coming, okay, I'm a little bit lazy. Okay, so if nothing is coming up on the way, probably by August, I'm thinking. Okay.
Don't be
So what
lazy. Don't procrastinate.
oh my God. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, we'll try to be. Okay. Yeah. So why I was coming to that context is because RMP is almost 30 hours. We focus only on risk. 30 hours. Okay. We focus only 32 hours. We focus only on risk. But this is little bit from the perspective of the project manager. We will have a quick discussion. So let me start, guys. The first thing I want to tell is, even me, I had this mistake. Please listen. So I don't want you to repeat that mistake again. Risk is not always bad. Risk can be good also. What did I say? Risk can be positive also. Risk can be negative also. But what is common in both these? There is an element of uncertainty. Okay. There is an element of uncertainty. Okay. And how do we identify if something is risk or not? With some keywords like may, might, likely, probably, possibly. Are you getting this keywords what I'm telling? May, might, likely, probably, possibly. Do you see an element of lack of confidence in this? Vishak, I may not come tomorrow. I may come tomorrow. I may give the exam in the month of May. Not that May, 2 Mays are different. I may give the exam in the month of May. I may not be able to study. I may not be able to apply this week. What is that? Everything is showing an element of uncertainty. Makes sense to all of you?
Yes.
That's it. Okay. Now, why am I focusing on positive also? There is a reason. You guys will be wondering, why are you particular about positive? Yes, we should be worried about positive as well. Because if you are not prepared for the positive thing, for the opportunity, you may not be able to get the best benefit out of it. So start looking at life. Okay, now we are in 2025 April. What are the opportunities for me in 2026, 27? Like that, you start jotting down now itself. How best I can use those opportunities. Jot it down now itself. Because if you wait at that moment, our brain will not give you the right response. Okay? That's why we have got a saying in English language. Again, what is that English proverb related to opportunity? Come on, guys. What is that English proverb related to opportunity? No one knows?
Make hay while the sun shines.
Make hay while the sun shines.
Make hay while the sun shines.
Strike
That's fine.
only
But I'm
once.
Opportunity
that is
comes
fine.
once, grab it with both hands, something like that, right?
That is correct. See, 3 are there. Okay, make hay while the sun shines, strike the iron while it is hot, and opportunity knocks only once. It doesn't knock you twice. Once. If you don't make the best out of that, don't expect tomorrow also it may come. It will not come. It came and you didn't do anything. Come on. God is going to punish you. Okay, so make sure that you are making the best out of the opportunities which are coming in front of you. Okay, everyone? So that is why keep an eye on the opportunities as well. Have you made a note of it? This requires a mindset unwiring. Because I was also trained to think that risk is bad. It's not like that. Risk is good also. Only thing is it is in the future with an element of uncertainty.
Can I give an example of positive risk?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Tariff is a major talking point right now. So as you know that Trump has imposed tariff on every country, so it has been positive for India right now, because compared to other countries, he has brought in anti-dumping laws and put more tariffs on where China was trying to route through their production. For example, Vietnam, Taiwan, Malaysia, Thailand, and Singapore. So he has incurred higher duties compared to India there. So now every customer from US is now shifting their production from China to India. So this is a very good opportunity for India to even though we know there's a risk involved to it, but it's a positive risk for India right now.
A valid point. Okay, but Ashish, one thing I want to tell is it is a sure shot even. No, it's finalized, right? The tariff.
No,
correct.
No, it's not.
No,
Nothing with Trump is finalized.
Okay. Oh my God.
One
Let's
thing
not
today,
worry.
another thing
Put on hold
tomorrow.
for 90 days. It's put on hold for 90 days. But of course, with China,
Okay.
it's just kind of an ongoing war.
It's a risk right now for everyone. But
245% tariff on China.
Talk about risk. You can talk about him as a big risk.
it's all posturing. It doesn't has any substance, and there is no positive opportunity here.
Okay.
Stanley was saying
let's.
something. Stanley
No,
was
no, no.
saying.
No. Let's be careful. Okay. So Stanley will tell that it is innocent soul, but we don't want, okay, any kind of
The
discussions.
next
Okay.
slide on
Yeah.
the risk. The next slide on the risk should be his face.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, what I want to tell is, okay, so this, risk can be positive or negative, like Ashish summarized. Okay, if nothing is finalized, we have a tendency, we have a tentative feeling that this may happen, that may happen. So let us make the best out of it. Okay. Now, this one, okay, Ramesh, I've told that this risk is always positive. That mindset also I like, because if you know that something bad is going to happen, why don't you be prepared for it in the best way? So you can say that identifying risk is always a good thing. But what is that? Okay, is that a bad thing which is going to happen? Then I should be prepared for that bad thing. That's it. Okay. So positive risk is opportunity, negative risk is threat. That's it. Okay, make a note of it. What else is there? Next one. Now, see, initially when we do a brainstorming, brainstorming, thinking loudly, we invite a team of 15, 20 people, and then we ask, okay, hey, what all the risk you anticipate? What all risk you anticipate? Let it we ask everyone. Okay. So what happens in that initial brainstorming phase? Thousands of risk will be identified. Thousands of risk. But what happens? Not every risk is equally alarming. Which risk is more alarming, when the likelihood is high and the potential impact is also high. Likelihood and impact. Likelihood and impact. Okay. Only when both of them are high, we should be very, very scared. Okay. See, think, guys, okay, see, there is flight travel happening, train travel happening. But are people really scared to travel in flight in the light of a flight crash? Not necessary, because they think that the likelihood is less. For that purpose, I don't want to stay at home. Okay. And sometimes impact also. If the impact is low, we may not worry much. Okay. See, when you communicate now also, see, the COVID time is over, but social distancing is a good practice. Not severe like COVID, but I'm sure when you travel in a train or a flight or something, it's good to wear mask so that at least the small cold can be avoided. Sneezing, it comes communicable. Okay. So the impact is less, but people don't take it seriously. So what I am trying to convey is something which is alarming is only when the probability is higher, impact is also higher. I'm talking about negative risk. Okay, guys. That's it. So we will see in the next slides how is that this likelihood and potential impact is being calculated, etc. Okay, my dear friends, any questions? Nothing? Do you have any general questions before we wrap up today? Just want to check. Any general questions?
Just wanted to share my own life experience on the risk, which I took very recently during the COVID time. When the COVID started, all the businesses went down in India, and I am about in the phase of building my very old house. I want to reconstruct it. So I took it as an opportunity. I had the funds, but when I wanted to start, the COVID started. So could not start the construction activity. So I made use of opportunity. The price fell down. So I got the materials and I have put it in my godown for all the construction material, including this, the cement mortars and things. It is bought it in bulk, and I did not do the activity for more than 2.5 years. When once the 2.5 years went back, the bank rates, we usually go for loans, right? For construction your home. The bank rates were also slashed. visibly during the things. So I used that opportunity. I was only about to go for a construction period of 8 months only. It did not go for 1.5 years. So 8 months with better rates. And so the project cost almost came down 50%. If I would have done it before the COVID or right now after the COVID, it would have escalated me around 25 to 35% of the cost. So
Very
this
correct.
was the
Good.
The
Okay,
risk and
that is good.
opportunities.
Okay, very good. Okay, so whatever people think, no, oh my God, COVID stopped our work. Okay, COVID affected our project like that. No, you are taking that in a positive way. Okay, I think 25-30% reduction is a huge amount, no? So, like,
So big
In
example, even in
anything,
case of
25-35% is significant.
significant. Yeah.
Big amount.
It was a
so
good
big
time
example.
for investment.
Yes, that's what I was about to share. Like instead of pulling out the money during the COVID, I infused more there. So anything in all of the shares, even in last 3 months as well, it is now initiated to pull up the green side of it. So it even gives a risk-based opportunity if you wanted to infuse or if you wanted to pull out the money. What happened last year as well for in case of Adani shares as well. People do invested a lot during that time.
We deal risk register as a risk and opportunities register, not only risk. So this was an opportunity for him to made a project and half the cost. So
Very
we
correct.
nomenclature, we don't put risk, we did risk and opportunity register.
Very correct. Okay. Some companies do like that also. Okay. Rather than just calling it as a risk register, opportunity also. So that we don't miss it. Okay. The moment you see the opportunity, at least you are forced to think in that direction. Okay. Good.
Hi Vishak,
Anything else?
I had a quick question. This was with respect to the application process. So I had applied for the application and I have received a mail saying that your registration is complete and you have now access to etc. So what is the next step now? Should I be applying for like PMI membership or
No. I'm not clear. See, what are you telling? Application, is it approved? Did you go through my video and that
Complete
screenshot,
is
is it
once you
reflecting?
submit it, but it's not
Yeah.
approved until they approve it.
See, I will tell you one thing, Kunal. Check the PMI website and connect with my video. There is a screenshot which I have put. Is that screenshot coming? Application submitted.
No.
Or application ready for approval. Like, go ahead and schedule your exam. Like that, is it coming?
No.
Otherwise, you have to wait.
I have seen your video and I know what you are speaking about. That kind of mail has not come.
Not mail. You check the dashboard. Don't expect mail. Check the dashboard. Okay. Check every alternate day. Okay. They may take up to 5 working days. They will take to revert back.
Okay, so once that kind of content is there in the dashboard, thereafter I start off with the application process.
No. You've got it totally wrong. You watch the video again one more time. Okay. First, you have to apply. Nothing is stopping you from applying. Watch the video again. First, you go to the screenshots. Okay. Go to profile, apply, PMP, and then submit your story. Like that, I've told. Okay.
That I've done.
This much. That
Once
means
you
applied,
apply,
no?
you'll get a message that submitted.
Yeah,
Submitted plus 5 days is approved.
Yes, exactly.
So I'm presently at plus 2 days.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Wait for 3
submitted
more
plus 5 days is approved. If you get audited, you said it should be earlier than 5 days. You'll know for sure. So if it's been a couple days, you may be clear of an audit.
So does the status switches means normally it says submitted on the date is mentioned as in status.
Right. What's been submitted on your date, and then once the status is approved, I'm going to assume it's going to say status approved. And once it says status approved, then you can schedule your test.
Okay.
There is no specific formal like communication that it is approved or it is part of the audit or whatever X and Y.
No, no. The thing is that you better check the dashboard. Okay. Don't
Yeah.
expect an email because dashboard is a real time thing. Okay. So you can
Yes.
check in the dashboard what's happening. It's chosen for audit or not. Everything you can see. Okay.
Okay.
Email comes after quite some time after the application got approved. Like after 2 or 3 days after the application got approved.
They're not
Exactly.
very
Very
agile
good.
over there at PMI.
Yes, exactly.
Vishak, one question just to get an idea. Prosky versus RMP, which one is better? If I go with RMP for you or Prosky, which one would be better?
I'm not sure of the Prosky, which one you are telling. What is that? Change. That is for change, actually.
So
Correct.
So after maybe I can get an idea from it.
Yeah. No. I don't know about the first one. What you said. What is that? Prosky. I haven't heard about it.
It involves
Okay.
risk. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Vishak, are we done?
Yeah. We'll launch the poll on behalf of the institute. Anyway, there's a new topic we have to start for tomorrow. Okay, so I'll do one thing. I'll launch the poll on behalf of the institute. Hold on. So this slide we will start tomorrow. That's why.
See you all tomorrow. Have a good day.
Great, guys. Okay, see you all tomorrow. Okay, if anyone is yet to apply, if you got the seriousness what I'm telling, please spend some time today, go through the application process video and apply. Okay, very, very critical. Okay, that's it. All.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Vishak.
Thank you.
Thanks, Vishal.
Yeah, thanks.